Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it feels great to be back home, especially to doing what you love to do. Welcome to a fresh, brand new edition of Ashford Garley Live on British Radio Africa. Oh man, tonight we are coming to you from the Roberts International Airport tonight, especially from the new terminal. And you know, Joshua, I can't tell me where the broadcast from because he did not build this terminal. This terminal was built by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And by the way, the same government is continuity. So, you know, even though he's the president now, he gets to take the credit. Ellen dedicated the airport. He came and also did the same. By the end of the day, this airport belongs to Liberia. Oh man, the new terminal looks great though, you know. And we are broadcasting to you tonight from RIA because I'm told in the next few days we will resume international flights, which is a good thing. And as always, folks, by way of introduction, this is yours truly, the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than the lion. I had a great weekend. We're live from Detroit, Michigan. And this is Ashford Garley Live. And we want to quickly link controls with Letty Brooks Roberts, head of Information Highway, as she joins us. Mrs. Roberts, hello and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Mr. Garley. How are you?
I'm doing great. Too blessed to be stretched.
That's wonderful. How was your weekend?
The weekend was fantastic. How was yours?
Awesome.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was bittersweet.
Okay.
However, I'm thankful to be here today. But let's get to the task at hand. We would like to say welcome to our viewers and listeners in TV and radio land. Welcome and good evening to another marvelous Monday edition of Bridge Radio, Bridge TV Africa. With your host, Ashford, the Giant, Garley. We are coming to you live from 3 major platforms. Facebook Live, aka Bridge TV, YouTube, and also BridgeRadioAfrica.com. Thank you for choosing Bridge Radio and Bridge TV as your choice of information and entertainment. Please, we ask that you be respectful of one another, also of each other, of our host, and most importantly, our guests. Please do share this broadcast with your friends and family. Do not be selfish. Spread the news. Last but not least, we ask that you please subscribe to Bridge TV Africa at www.bridgeradio.com. Again, please grab your choice of snack or refreshment as we take you for a ride. Welcome to another edition of Bridge TV. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Garley.
Okay, in a few sentences, I want you to describe the new terminal at the RIA, and then you can also go back to the listing and read out a few comments as we await our guests to join us tonight. So, how do you feel about the new terminal at the Rabbits International Airport? I'm told a lot of folks love the airport, the new terminal. Even though it's not. It's not all that intense of size, but I think at least Liberia has something to boast of in terms of being compared to international standards. Mrs. Rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it does look good. I have not personally traveled there since the installation of this new terminal. However, the view looks good. It's appealing on the eye, and I hope that it is as welcoming inside as it does look outside. And you said in 3 words, I like the color. The
Mhm.
skyline looks gorgeous. And we'll give it a try. Hopefully the welcome is just as vibrant. But as we go into the show, I would like to welcome all of our viewers, and we ask that you please share this broadcast. Here are your trending comments coming from Mun Capuzzi. He says, "Hello, we have Faye that shared the show. We also have Jesse Farmer. He says, our Proport terminal in the background. Faye Nelson says, good to catch the show live once again. Jesse Farmer, good evening, the Giant. Faye Nelson, keep up the great job, Giant. We have Mr. Austin Carper watching. Yamato Kanga is watching also. Colin MacArthur is watching. MacArthur Sharif rather. Amos Toberson Jr., you're welcome. George, we are miscalculated the 9 p.m. for WFP. He meant to have said 1.8 million. Okay, Mr. Toberson is going into the current events. And then we have Madini Jabate. I am watching from my comfort zone. Vera Blamo, great job, Bridge Radio. Clara Howard says, hello, family. We have Mr. Steve Bully in the house. Samuel Garson Williams. Amos, you, the new information minister for the government. Okay. Amos replying to Samuel. Ha ha ha. Harris Tucker. It's beautiful inside as well. He must be replying to me.
That's right.
Jesse
Two more comments, please.
Farmer.
Two more comments.
Okay. Jesse writes, my only problem with the new terminal is the baggage pickup area is too small. We have put to take Waterson, whatever. Hello, please. We need to hear Angel Morris.
Okay, again, folks, that was just the voice of Mrs. Letty Brooks Roberts out of Information Highway. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the building. The name is Bernard Benson, aka DJ Blue. I know some heard the name, some heard people talk about him. As a matter of fact, DJ Blue was very instrumental in providing entertainment for folks not only in Atlanta, Georgia, here in the United States, but in other parts of the U.S. This young man has traveled extensively in Europe, America, and parts of Africa. And DJ Blue changed the dynamics of entertainment in Liberia. So we will first take a look at who is DJ Blue and what has he done for Mama Liberia. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do a little bit of how you call it, a little bit of demonstration of our brother and friend, DJ Blue here. As we get ready to introduce him to all of you here tonight. I hope I'm doing it right. I have to find
State University, USA. He's a professional and award-winning international DJ and has represented Liberia to international programs all across the world. Blue is referred to as the godfather and role model to many youths in Liberia. He is an aggressive entrepreneur, an innovator, and a philanthropist. Bernard Benson, aka DJ Blue, is CEO and co-owner of Hot FM Radio Network, with stations in Nimba, Bong and Monserrate counties, and now Hot TV, Liberia's first 24-hour television station, providing jobs for over 150 Liberians. Blue has been an inspiration to the young people of Liberia. He returned home and made an immediate impact on the industry.
I started DJing for a long period of time. Nothing was doing, kind of welcome me all, you can learn to do, you learn the music, and I started DJing. I did DJ for a network. Was making nothing free. Trying to DJ at the end of the day. Then to carry home more and nothing to feed my family. So like, I'm always just DJing for Euro free. Playing music, people enjoy that thing, making money, people making money. We think there's no good money. DJ looking in Liberia, first one in there, our DJs there. So I've been DJs there, wow, I'm making money. I don't know, nothing to him, bro. We didn't do nothing. So when I made sure that DJ made money.
When DJ came to Liberia, he turned it around. He was the cost to pay DJ making $1,000 a month. That DJ blew the cost. Let me tell you the truth. Let me not hide it from you.
Today, I'm able to afford for my family, have my own car, land, and do things for myself in life. Great thanks and appreciation go to Mr. Bernard Benson Alas.
DJ Blue and his partners, producer and artist Cypher the King, and event promoter Double H, opened the Blue Links Records in 2006. I've worked along with great Liberian artists.
DJ Blue, man, my boy. You know, my brother back in the days. We all started the whole thing. He one of the strong roots, you know, when it comes to that time, like we used to do some recording at the studio. He's open opportunity for us. Came out with quite a hit track called Where I'm From at that time. The studio at Johnson Road, you know, I kind of way back, struggling way, and then on, we have to switch to Broad Street, right there, to keeping the kind of a soul, you know, coordinating when it comes to the entertainment issues. So I love DJ Blue and DJ Blue, like, I read it down with his whole style. First of all, when I came from Ghana, I did a song, put in here, DJ Blue, how you do? That relationship has been so tight, and up to this time, I still feel DJ Blue, and I know that DJ Blue got better things to do.
Big brother DJ Blue, I've always been there for you. I love you so much. May God continue to bless you and increase you. Thank you so much, big brother.
This is an individual that have been down for the youth of Liberia. Let me take you back 2007. When I came back home, the first DJ I met, I put me on became DJ Blue. And you told me, believe in your dream, believe in yourself. And the following year, I had a deal with DJ Blue. One of the individuals that really with talent was like Smith. Yes, you can do it. You can make this happen for your country. And it is now time for me to recognize the fact that DJ Blue Mr. Blue. Now Benzin have been there for us ever since, down from the pop balling. If you can recall pop balling, everybody pop balling, my pocket ball. And DJ took for his physical cash. This is what we're talking about. Or humble servant of the state. And he was like, I was sponsor pop balling, and this artist will become somebody. So DJ Blue, I'm the sponsor artist from the pop balling into my own career, and my own vision, my own dream.
Blue has contributed immensely to their career.
Let me give you my own experience about DJ Blue. DJ Blue was the first person to make Soso Freaky their first BMA, and the first person to connect all when we're on the ground to make up perform the biggest stage. And up to present, he stayed there supporting. Where every time we come to him, he there to support us.
The godfather of Liberian entertainment. This is somebody that has been the vanguard for young people. This is somebody that believe youth empowerment. This is a humanitarian. This is somebody that have helped a lot of people in so many ways. We can't even imagine. Like, this is somebody that will take his last and give it to you to solve problems. Like, come to your aid when needed. This is somebody that from his story you can learn to become a better person tomorrow.
Hey, the internet. Jesus.
Smoothie and then why you people together, artistic, like I'm saying, I'm on visa to go to Australia. Australia, running my baby, where it's supposed to be for me. He played 20
In 2012, Blue represented Liberia in the Brother Africa Stargate competition in South Africa, viewed by over 70 million people around the world.
Show tonight, great entertainment as always. We've got DJ Blue. You saw him in the house yesterday from Hot 107.9 FM in Liberia.
And played Liberian music for the first time on the famous DSTV network.
Well, that was one crazy dance performance.
That was a proud moment for our industry to see DJ Blue on the global stage promoting our culture. But else comes Ashford. And the thing about DJ Blue has been doing an incredible job over the past years for our country, Liberia, especially when it comes to entertainment. But what really hurt me so bad for the fact that people don't really recognize what he's doing. And because of that, I'm sorry, but it breaks my heart every other day to hear people saying things instead of you promoting or appreciating what he's done for our culture. But I'm so proud to be able to work with him, to learn from him, to appreciate what he's doing. He brought a different picture to our entertainment industry. He brought different, look at our entertainment industry. Because of DJ Blue today, I can really show you that DJs, promoters, Liberia, they respect that. Because of DJ Blue today, you see we got some level of, that's education, on us. It's because of DJ Blue today. If you say about DJ, people respect it. And whenever I get problem, that is like a mentor to me. A man who people believe in, a man who, if just look at the surrounding today, he was a humble kind of person. He went to listen. That's one thing I know about him.
In 2018, Blue extended the youth for Huddersfield radio station to Gangan City, Nimba County, providing employment and training for the citizens of Nimba County.
You're not paying attention to what you understand the language of the young people. Look at me. I came from nowhere. I worked before in the holiday in pop disco. I used to be on Kerry Street. And I also worked for Sharks Entertainment Center as DJ. I went at Embassy Nightclub, but now I'm a manager. I'm a station manager. Blue have changed my life. I said, yeah, man.
DJ Blue are working a lot of cases. DJ Blue are working on FM radio in Ghana. Today, we all rely on adequate information. Today, DJ Blue are decided and he decided.
And folks, I'm telling you, if you just joining us now, This is British Radio in Africa. And of course, we're coming to you live from Detroit, Michigan. Tonight we have with us Bernard Benson, aka DJ Blue. DJ Blue, it feels great to have you into our British Radio Africa studio tonight. What's up? Welcome to the show, bro.
Okay, am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now. I can hear you. I said it feels great.
Thank
It feels
you.
great to have you into our British Radio studio tonight. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashford. I'm honored to be on your platform today.
Wow. The name DJ Blue, uh, it's not one of the household names. When you come across somebody who continue to provide jobs for the locals, especially in Liberia,
Right.
tell us your story. I met you for the first time in 2002 in Atlanta, Georgia, when we had Monrovia Classic. As a matter of fact, you guys flew me from Detroit to Atlanta
Yes,
to serve
yes, yes.
as MC in 2002.
Yeah,
Who is
absolutely.
DJ Blue, and what is it that he does? Tell us your story.
Let me tell you something, Ashford. Empowering others has been one of my passion. We came from the entertainment background. We came from the party background. I went to school in Atlanta, Georgia, to become a big technician for heat and air, an engineer for heat and air. I did heat and air technology, but I found myself traveling all over the world, DJing and parties all over the United States of America, in the Bahamas, in the Caribbean, and I made such a good living just off entertainment. So we've evolved it now into creating jobs for people here in Liberia, into helping the youth, into bringing some big people into prominence here, and that's what we do. This is my passion, and this is what I always do.
DJ Blue, folks. If you're just joining us, he's the CEO and co-owner of Hot FM of Liberia, and I'm told you have now Hot Television as well. DJ Blue.
Absolutely. That's Liberia Voice 24 hours television. You've been here, TV station here closes at 11 o'clock, but we talk television to 24/7 now. So that's a good thing. 24 hours television station showing, the arts and culture of Liberia, showing Liberian produced program is a plus to boost our cultural heritage, our cultural viewing.
Well, DJ Blue, just about watching a little bit of you about your documentary. You have young brothers and sisters who continuously tell us that when you move to Liberia, or the last a few years, you changed you changed entertainment in Liberia, and you promoted names like Master Coin. You
Yeah.
know, I can't begin to name the people that you promoted. I'm also told because of you being so selfless, unselfish. Today, we can say thank you to DJ Blue because you have blessed us with Henry Costa. It is because
Yeah.
of DJ Blue that we have Henry Costa today. How does that make you feel, DJ Blue?
The other day when I saw Costa being revered as one of the most influential person in Africa, I just laughed. I said, that a guy who was scared to get on radio, who had to hold him with his shape, but man, you would do this show, you would do this show, you would do this show, encouraging. But that's it. And that is my thing. A lot of Liberians have the capacity. A lot of Liberians, they are just not given the opportunity to show what they have. And this is the problem in Liberia, Ashford. There are many Henry Costas in Liberia. There are many Ashford Garleys in Liberia. There are many George Weahs in Liberia. There are many Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in Liberia. But they are not given the opportunity to shine. This is where I'm coming from.
Now, you were in Liberia, and the next thing we know, there was this competition in South Africa, and DJ Blue had to leave Liberia to go and represent Liberia in South Africa. Tell us about the
Absolutely.
success about that event.
It was so surreal to me. I went in South Africa. I said, no name, nobody knew me, nobody knew my skills, nobody knew that I learned how to DJ in the United States of America. I'm a battle DJ. I'm a show DJ. I'm not one of the regular house DJ that press button. But I went to South Africa and flew the flag of Liberia. When I went there, nobody even knew where Liberia was. That's on the Mnet platform where you are get to perform in front of over 70 million people for a program called The Big Brother Africa. That was in 2012, 2013. And I went out there and became known as one of the best that ever graced the platform. Was given an award, given some cash, and so forth. But it was a very, very, very good experience that I cherish up to today. That gave me a lot of relevance on the continent. That gave me a lot of connection to the continent where I'm using to help our people.
You were very successful in Atlanta, Georgia with Morovia Classic. You
Right.
went to Liberia and you duplicated the same style of Morovia Classic. When I saw you at Bernard Beach, Copos Beach, and everywhere else, you brought in hundreds of thousands of people, man. And this is a man who just came from America. And
Yeah.
I'm still, I'm like, I was spellbound. How did you
Actually,
get to do this?
sometimes it's just strictly grace. When God bless you, sometimes it's unexplainable. But I live my life humble. You know me. You know, we get together. You were just on the ground. I don't hate. I don't use my energy hating. And what I do resonate to people. That's why we like magnet. Wherever we go, the masses love to follow. And this is where we're from. Whenever we host a show and host an event, people flock there. We've been instrumental just by saying things, making some of our Liberians, brothers and sisters on this ground, very wealthy by promoting their products just because of what we do. So I think it's just some divine grace from the Almighty, and that I'm grateful for.
Now, tell us about the expansion of Hot FM. Have television. I mean, you started off with Hot FM, and now you are in other parts of the country. Tell us about the excitement you feel right now. Today, people can say DJ Blue is the reason why I am employed. You have hundreds of people employed in Liberia, despite the difficult times, man. Give us, just walk us through, man. How did you get to do this, Blue?
Well, actually, I came when I came home and we decided to start a radio station. I didn't want it to be just any regular radio station, just one of the normal radio station type of things. I learned from America. Of course, I did internship on V103, and I saw how most of the program was syndicated all over the country. I don't want to only be heard in Monrovia. I think most of the counties are cut off. I think most of the county needs the news in real time. So what I did, the first place I went in 2014, when the road was terrible, when the road was deplorable, when there was no way to go there, we went in Nimba County in Ganta, where it took 10 hours to go one way and to come back, and we decided to open our brand, which is Hot FM. We decided to open our brand there to do what? To train the people out there. I have no political desire for Nimba County, but I just wanted to take our brand out there and train some young people out there, teaching them about broadcasting. And that station has been a blessing to the people of Nimba County. It's on 24/7. They get up-to-date news here from Monrovia. And then we didn't stop there. We decided to go to Bon County, and we rented another station in Bon County, and it's there. It's been there since 2015, I say, providing jobs, providing training for the young people out there. But Ashford, I can come and do things. I can still have lived in America for almost 22 years, come back in Liberia and do the same regular things. You have to excel. You have to be an inspiration to other people. And this is where you see all this innovation coming from. And we also hope that in the coming future, we will be able to have a hot FM brand in every county in Liberia. So we can be an alternative. Whenever On Mill Radio leaves or whenever EchoWise Radio leaves, we can be an alternative to broadcast here in Liberia. Because you know and I know that national radio cannot even cross certain part. It's not everywhere. We want to be that alternative. This is where I'm coming from.
Now, one of your successes has to do with changing the lives of others. I know for a fact when I did radio in Liberia, man started with 10 United States dollars.
Right.
At the time, it was 400 Liberian dollars.
Yeah.
But when you went to Liberia, I had one of the testimonials that you asked the question, are you guys making money? And this dude said, no, we're just doing it because we love this.
Yes.
And
yes.
because of you, they accredit you that because of you, DJs are now making anywhere from $500 to $1,000, man. What was going through your mind when you said, you know what, I would not only do this, but I would change the lives of others. They will not just come on the turntable and spin the record, but they will have to take something home to feed a family.
You know, actually, when I came, the first thing I had to do is to make people that was playing music. My man, you're a DJ yourself. You know about it. Was to educate the young children that you playing music is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. There are people in the world that are making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for that profession. The first thing you have to be a mentor to them. You have to counsel them. You have to make them believe in themselves. They saw how I took myself as a DJ. I didn't go to party with short trousers on, with t-shirt on. I went to party and demanded respect. I went to play with the bow tie on, just like you do. And they saw me. The first contract I did here in Liberia was even more than what I even did in America. There's a club called Embassy during those days that paid me, that signed me up for $10,000 United States dollars, which was a big news all over Liberia. And when they saw me doing that, the kids got because they said, well, if he can do it, I can do it. You understand? And this brought up the change in people that works in nightclubs, that play music all around the place. They are earning money. Some DJs in Liberia now are earning up to $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month working in this club. And I'm glad I was part. I'm not crediting myself with everything, but I'm glad I was a part of the change. And this is what it's all about.
Let us talk about some of the people you brought into the business.
Right.
You have Master Green, but I want to start with Henry Costa.
Right.
Whether it's a good trouble or the bad trouble you brought on us, because of you, we have the whole country now has to deal with Henry Petro Costa. This boy, my man, when the ball gets on the radio, the whole country stops. How did you discover Henry?
Let me tell you something. You know, I call him Cos. Henry was a funny thing, Ashford. It all started on Camp Johnson Road. Costa, I can't be bossing a secret. Costa used to sell. He used to sell American goods. You know, when they bring the ship, he used to sell, I think, for a girlfriend or mine. He once stole, saw me. And we had an internet cafe in our studio in the other place. But I knew Costa Brothers. I didn't know him. But when I came, you know, he was such a smart kid. I said, man, what do you mean? Costa. You pay that brother? He said, yeah. I think you poor brother? He said, yeah. I don't remember. You pay Peking. I know your brother. From there, we developed a relationship. Costa was very respectful to me. He still hold me at that same respect. And then we created a bond. And then I noticed something very, 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 very special about this kid. His ability to explain things. You know, we sit in conversation and talk about these odd subjects and talk about things that was affecting Liberia. We talk about witchcraft. We talk about beverages. We talk about goods. We talk about all kind of and then you know I have a penchant to see specialness in people. And then Costa went and he vied into politics. He went. He was a special aide to Ambassador Winston Tubman. I think you know about the whole thing, how they joined with CDC and they wasn't successful. So after that, Costa came to the fray without anything to do. So he called on his friend. But I tricked him. He called me that day. He was broke. I said, Costa, I come to the radio station. I got something for you. So he came. I said, man, sit down on the radio. and I hope he's watching this program. And when he said that on the radio that day,
Costa is watching right now. Costa is watching.
And when he said that on the radio that day, it was the same time we had this whole new phenomenon in Liberia about the All Black, about knockout. And Ashford, that boy broke, because I didn't even understand the whole thing about All Black and all that. This was new to me. And Costa broke down the whole All Black scenario till the simple Liberian could understand. And from there, I knew that a star was born. And even after that program, actually, to get Costa back on the radio was a war.
Joking.
I remember. So the story goes like that. There was another guy called Minipeki Dumoye. I know you know about Dumoye that black up there. But man, you see, I've been having so high.
I know Minipeki Dumoye. AK-47. Yeah,
AK-47. So I decided to do a show with Costa and Dumoye, as it was called the Dumoye and Costa show, which was air. Well, Dumoye and Costa.
So Dumoye was in fact the co-host of Costa.
Costa was the co-host of Dumoye because Dumoye had more experience on radio than Costa. You understand?
Okay.
But Dumoye, of course, Dumoye thought he was the big shot, blah, 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 blah. So after 2 weeks, he left for some reason or the other. And then I told Costa, I said, Costa, you have to do that show alone. He said, I can't make it. I said, you'll make it. He said, I can't make it. He said, you'll make it.
Wow.
I arranged for a producer to be there with him 1 or 2 times just to control the board. After 1 week, the rest is history. The rest is history. But I tell you something special about Henry Costa. Costa's show was from 7 to 3 p.m. I mean, from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Costa will be at the radio station at 6 a.m. researching, reading, and getting ready to prepare his show. That was the level of love that he had for the radio. I think that was a talent that was buried inside him. And I think those same talents actually are buried into a lot of Liberians. That is just one success story. Now, that is the whole thing about Henry Costa right there. I know the player, he laughing.
But Blue, though, hey, Henry Costa is in Liberia. And he's, in fact, somebody special when it comes to politics, radio, talk show, and the whole 9 yards.
He is a gem. He is special.
When you were sitting in the Hot FM studio and heard that Henry Costa is among the 50 top disruptors. As a matter of fact, he came at 33. He was the 33rd disruptor, not only in Liberia but in Africa. What was going through your mind when you heard that? I mean, mentioning the name of Henry Costa in the same vein of Dan Kute and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia and the Ghanaian president and Alassane Ouattara, and you said, "Damn it, I introduced this young man to the radio." What was going through your mind?
Who else can I introduce to greatness? The Costa story is done. Let's look for another Liberian to introduce. Let's look for another Liberian who have no hope to introduce the greatness. The Costa story is done. You understand? That's exactly what went. Of course, you are proud. Of course, you are satisfied. Of course, it brings back those memories of when they all started. But then again, it's all thought of. Now, thank God, that's a success story. Let's move to the next one. You understand, Ashford? You know, you can sit down and pat yourself on the back forever now. Life goes on. Move to the next one. That's how I feel.
What keeps you going, Blue? People in Liberia said the radio station doesn't make money in Liberia, but you find a way to entertain your people, to make sure that your employees are getting paid. I know I moved to Liberia for the first time after 15 years, and when that LIB 24, the next thing you know, within 60 days, we were way up there in terms of the
Yeah,
numbers. And I
yeah.
had I had to talk to you,
Right, right.
to give out a few ideas on how to make money. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of folks that say that radio doesn't make money, but how do you get to stay afloat?
Actually, it is challenging sometimes. Liberia, we don't encourage a culture of advertising. It's not that common here. And the other thing is the Liberian telecommunication haven't been monitoring the provision of frequency. So there's just a huge proliferation of radio station right here in Monrovia. In Monrovia, you have almost 30 radio stations, both community and both commercial radio stations, all vying for a small piece of pie. So one of the only thing that carry us is innovation. You have to be innovative. You have to do different things. You have to have a wider reach. As you know, by far we are by far the only station that operates online 24/7. You can hear us wherever you are at 24/7. That is one of our biggest strengths. Another one of our biggest strengths is how we syndicate our broadcast to Nimba County, to Bond County, to Grand Bassa County, all the way down in Maryland County, in Lofa County, and these are how you get ahead of the game. But even with that, it is still hard sometimes. Actually, it is really difficult, especially with these COVID-19 times that came. It has almost been impossible. But hey, you have to be strong. You got to press it up and keep moving, Ashford.
We're hearing that DJ Blue is trying to get into politics. You were very successful in changing the lives of the ordinary men and women in Liberia through entertainment. Okay, you've built several media institutions, not only in Montserrat, but like you said, in Bong, Neymar, and you have way more to do. I'm hearing that you are thinking about jumping into politics. Tell us about your political ambitions.
Well, it's not. I'm not thinking about jumping into politics. Actually, I contested in Montserrat County in 2018. I contested independent. I contested without any experience, without any political party backing, without anything. I contested without even campaigning. I had a message for the Liberian people. And remember, I came second in Montserrat County. That is without campaigning. That is no political backing. That is without any political experience. Because they know my story. They know my passion. They know everything I said. It's honest. It's from the heart. Everybody says, in Liberia, there's a parable. You know the Christmas will be good from the Eve. People see what I've done. People see what I've delivered. So it wasn't hard for me. So no, I'm not just getting into politics. I've been in this. I contested in 2018. I came second to the ruling party, CDC. We contested for the president vacant seat that was left in the House of Senate. I came second to him, and I am contesting in this 2020 senatorial election.
Why didn't you contest in the past election where DeLon was a part?
Lack of resources. Just like I say, I'm independent. Okay, I go with I use the American style of raising money. I'm not from a political party. I don't have the cushion to have party foot your bill. These people that vote for me, those were the people. The over 30,000 people that came out and voted for me. Those are the people that pay for my campaign. You understand? So unfortunately, the last election, I could not. There was just no funds available for me to run. So I decided to stay out. I decided to come in 2020. But I announced it since 2018. Since I lost in 2018, I said I will be back in 2020. I promised this a long time ago. This is not new.
We have the light.
Mm-hmm.
That was DeLon, who a lot of people respect because of what he said he was going to do, and for a lot of folks, he's doing such an awesome job. What would you do differently? What would you tell the folks that you will do differently as opposed to what the light is doing right now, DeLon?
Look, Ashford, it's really not about the light, but listen, the misrepresentation and the absolute abandonment of the plight of the young people, the Liberian youth, is alarming, Ashford. The reality here is we are raising a hopeless generation, and nobody on Capitol Hill is talking about it. Nobody on Capitol Hill is talking about it. I don't speak from the perspective or any fancy data obtained. I speak because I live it. I speak because I see it every day. I speak from the perspective as being one of their only mentors, as one of their only counselors. I see this. Nobody on Capitol Hill talks about 143,000 square miles and within. Our country don't have one public library. Actually, this is not a normal thing. Our country don't talk about the fact that children go to school every day without electricity, without library, without a laboratory. And it's so endemic till the teachers and the student thinks that it's normal. Nobody talks about it on Capitol Hill. We need programs. We need infrastructure for the youth of Liberia. Look, actually, the youth I see it every day. This is the reality. The reality of the fact is the only after-school alternative for the Liberian youth is up Dukor or in the graveyard or in the bush, where the only thing they do is smoke weed, do drugs, and have sex. Wow. I speak from the perspective and is informed that there is absolutely no hope for the Liberian youth. Look, actually, let's be serious here now. In the 2018-2019 budget forecast for youth services, let me see, I think I wrote it down here somewhere to refer to it. For youth services, $465,000 was allotted, while the office of the pro tem carries $1 million. The office of the speaker carried $945,000. The office of the deputy speaker, $604,000. Transportation reimbursement allowance for your 103 lawmakers out there, $3.8 million. Fuel and lubricants, $1.5 million. And youth services, $465,000. As what we are breeding a hopeless brand of a hopeless generation here in Liberia, and nobody's talking about it. This is this is not the light. This is the reality. The reality is that all our 15 and 16 years old girl, they have to sleep with men.
I believe we're having some trouble here with the internet. A blow can yell us. A low blow. What folks, if you're just joining us, this is British Radio Africa. We have with us tonight Mr. Bernard Benson, aka DJ Blow, joining us from West Africa, Liberia, making his presence known as we wait for Blue to resurface. Want to go back to Information Highway, where Mrs. Letty Brooks Roberts is standing by to just read out a few comments, and then we can try to see if we can reconnect with Bernard Benson. Okay, I think he's back. Okay, Mrs. Roberts, can you please read out a few comments as we try to reconnect with Mr. Benson?
Sure. Okay, trending we have here. Dakbana U Team Nicholas Smith says, I'm following. We have Miss Gertrude Freeman watching from the nation's capital. Juanita Say is in the building. She says, I'm watching. Carl Pinnell, I'm watching. Henry P. Costa, DJ Blue sucks. I am a proud product of
No. It's not DJ Blue suck. DJ Blue used to do say a phrase called sucker. You know, he said DJ Blues sucker. You know, so it's not DJ Blues
Oh,
sucker. Yeah, he didn't
thank
say DJ Blues sucker. So familiarize yourself with that
sucker.
phrase. Yeah,
Yes,
DJ Blues
you're right.
sucker. That was one of the phrases that he used on the radio. Go ahead.
I see. Thank you for that correction. We have D Flo Flomo watching. Smith Dawier also watching. Steve Boley says, hello, everyone. Marcel Mars, he loves the show. D Flo Flomo writes, George Weah is a certified thief. He is also surrounded by a bunch of native cartels.
Okay.
7.2 million gone.
2 more comments. I think we got blue back. 2 more comments, please. We got blue back.
We have Mr. Ip. Okay.
Yeah, your camera is not.
Go ahead.
Your camera is not on. I'm live. Okay. Again, we have blue back.
Is my camera
blue
on?
key. Yeah, your camera is on now. I don't know if you remember the name House of Pain. There's a guy called House of Pain, and he said, please say thanks to
DJ House of Pain from Charlotte.
Yeah.
From Charlotte.
Oh, man. House of
Mike
Pain.
Sigmund, it's his name. Mike Sigmund.
Mike Sigmund. And several others, man. You know, they miss you. They miss the ambience that you brought in back then from Georgia to North Carolina, Detroit, and everywhere else. And I know we met in 2002 in Atlanta, Georgia. As a matter of fact, George Weah, who is now the president, okay, he's your friend. And you know, when I said yesterday that DJ Blue was going to be my guest, is he coming to be a candidate of CDC? George Weah is a friend. I'm surprised you're not up there with George Weah. DJ Blue, what's going on?
Well, you know, it's all politics, you know, but politics is dynamic, so we never know what will happen. But for now, I've ran independent, and I'm still on the independent path. Look, let me tell you something. Ashford. Liberian people know the name DJ Blue. You know, sometimes I tell people I've been campaigning for the past 17 years. I've been changing lives. I've been creating jobs for people. I've been the fuel to create opportunities for Liberians to travel. This is what it's all about, Ashford. This is what it's all about. Okay? Look, let me tell you something. We need to adopt what Ghana did for the young people in 2018. Ashford, we need after-school activities. We need after-school programs for the young people. We need to provide more. We need to create more great Liberians. You talk about the story about Henry Costa. You talk about the story about Master Queen and other great people that have traveled, that have gone. We need to create more opportunities like that. Unfortunately, nobody is talking about youth empowerment. Nobody on Capitol Hill is talking about the plights the young people go through. I was just in flight. Nobody's talking about how these children in high school, the 16 and 17 years old, has the only hope to travel to better opportunities is to go out with men 3 times the age, which is rampant, which is almost normal. Nobody talking about the young men who their biggest achievement is to graduate from high school and go drive pimping because there is no hope. Why don't we adopt what Ghana did for the citizens? In 2018, Ghana constructed 10 multi-purpose resource and recreational center for the youth of that country, spread it all over Ghana. That place contained a full furnished ICT center, an entrepreneurship center, a mental and counseling section, or a FIFA center soccer field, or a multi-purpose mini arena. This is what you do for your young people. Why would you have the office of the Senate Pro Tem making $1 million and youth services in your country make $454,000? Why? There's a disservice, and they look at me as their leader. They look at me to speak for them. I see their plights every day. Actually, sometimes it's sad. It's frustrating. We are breeding a hopeless society. Ashford, the government is a reflection of its people. The government is a reflection of its people. The only people we are breeding right now are thieves and zokos. That is the country that will inherit if we not straighten up this problem. It is a national priority. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's speaking it. This is not the light. This is the reality. I'm telling you, Ashford.
Now you have talked about the issue of the youth, okay, the Zocos for quite some time now. You mentioned it about 3-4 times tonight. What can we do to change the lives of the Zocos? I know you mentioned going up there on Broad Street, going around the
Great
old
programs,
defense ministry. Our brothers and sisters. I messed up, man. What can we do? You know,
programs, Ashford. After school alternative. I've been crying this in all these lawmakers' ear. I've been preaching it. I've been preaching this in tourism, but I will get in the tourism thing later. I've been preaching this in tourism forever. Look, Ashford, let me say, I came up with a quote. Until Liberia is seen from the lenses of the modern generation, our country is doomed. The problem with our country, we got 103 old people out there who they are not innovative at all. No innovative idea, no innovation. And Liberia, look, the Bible said, for the lack of innovation, the nation will perish. And that is what is going on with Liberia right now. We are dying, we are suffering, just for the lack of innovation. Just for the lack of innovation in this country, Ashford. No alternative for the young people. If you are a young person in Liberia right now, you are absolutely hopeless. Actually, look at the disparity. $465,000 for youth services. Why transportation reimbursement allowances $3.8 million? Are those people serious? Come on now, Ashford.
Wow. Okay, we're going to touch on tourism, but we want to go to the telephone lines now. There are a lot of folks that still want to feel touch you. It's been a long time since the last felt you. And folks, if you are listening and just joining, the telephone number to call is 248-979-1718. Call and speak to DJ Blue, asking a question why he wants to run as a senator. What can he do differently? To change the dynamics of the status quo in Liberia. So again, the number to call is 248 979 1718. Please turn down your receiver. Okay, to participate, please make sure your receiver is not on. Again, the telephone number to call is 248-979-1718. As we listen forward to hearing from those of the callers out there, this guy is persistent. Let's see what he wants. Hello, caller. This is a 612 number. Tell us your name.
Yeah, hi. This is Atlanta King, man, calling from. Hey, how you doing?
Your name again, sir?
Hi. Atlanta King.
Okay, you're live on the radio. Go ahead. DJ Blue is listening to you.
Thanks, Mr. Ashford, for bringing me on. I want to say good evening to good night or whatever it is on that side to DJ Blue.
Thank you.
You know, like everything he said, he's right. You know, it burned my heart. It burned my heart every day when I see those guys. I don't even call them lawmaker. I call them old food. Those are the guys that keep our country down. You understand me? Like, for those guys to not even have programs for the youth in our country, it's a shame. You understand me? So we need guys like DJ Blue. You know, like I always say, we need guys like DJ Blue that go in the house there. DJ Blue, Josh Lobo, all these brilliant guys with brilliant minds. We need to get those people up because those guys are the ones that are holding our country hostage. It's not the president, but we keep mistaking it. We think it's the president, like bro, it's a democratic country. It's not like doing the PRC time and not doing until them time. It's a democratic country. Those guys, those lawmakers are the people that run the country. And those guys have no law. Those guys have the worst thing that can ever happen to a country is for the lawmakers to have zero law for the country. Those guys are greedy. They only wear gold chain. They abuse our little girls and boys. They pass around. They don't even pass no law that help the generation. It's a shame. It has nothing to do with CDC or UP or whatever it is. Those guys in our house, those guys don't look at political party. Those guys are all gangs of thieves. And this generation need to do something about it. If we don't do something about it, it's going to continue. Will still be the most dirtiest country in the world. It's a shame, Mr. Ashford. The first country that saw life, that gave birth to almost all these countries in Africa.
Thank you.
It's a shame today our people standing in line for food. They are refugees in one country. It's a shame when I see UN people going to feed our people like we're refugees. Our people are refugees in their own country.
Thank you.
It's a shame.
Thank you.
It's not about president.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a 267 number 776-5983. Tell us your name.
Yeah, how you doing, brother Garley? My name is Bud Dino.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead and make your point.
Thank you very much. I'm called Civic in Cedar Rapids.
Okay, go ahead and make your point.
Let me say something quickly to DJ. DJ, thank you very much for expressing your wish to run for the senatorial positions in Moserado County. But my brother, we are all friends, and we are all together. We are in it together. Let me just, you had a very good idea to bring to the Liberian people and to the youth of our country. But at this time, all of us, we are fighting for the same goal to change our country. I want you to please wait until 2023. Give that chance to Darius DeLong. You promoted Henry Costa today, and Henry ranked 33 in Africa. Let me just say in the world. You are going to run against Darius DeLong, which your little brother that you promoted, and he has become somebody today, is supporting Darius DeLong. I don't think, though, I might be wrong, DJ. Go and sleep over it. I might be wrong. I don't think it will august well with the Nigerian people, and it will august well with Henry Costa.
Thank you.
I'm an older person, but I'm saying it directly from the bottom part of my heart. Please wait for 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. We have Ms. Hawa Meshgat on the line from Colorado. Hello, Hawa. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Giant. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Good evening, DJ Blue.
Good evening.
From an advocate standpoint, first I want to thank you publicly for opening up your studio to me when I was in Liberia fighting for justice in Liberia. Your staff and everybody was very professional and were using my voice on your platform to share the justice. Can you guys hear me, Ashford?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. How are you?
Okay. I'm just saying, for me, I heard great things about DJ Blue, and as an advocate, I don't align with political parties, but I do align with. I don't think personally when somebody is already doing something good that somebody should come in and step in. But are there other places that Blue can serve in? Absolutely. Because even in Broadville, when I went there, when my mother lives in Broadville, I heard great things about him. The young people there really admire him. They see him as a role model. Is he capable to deliver in any other counties in Liberia or any other office in public service? Absolutely. But I don't think running against DeLong is a good choice at this time, because for me, our job is to eradicate people who are not delivering for our people. And at this moment, DeLong is doing that. So I think, yes, he can serve in any other capacity. He's qualified. I heard great things about him when it comes to public service. And as a community organizer, he's doing exceptional things. But I think he can serve in other places, when it comes to different counties and other capacity. I think he's qualified for that. He's a public servant. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Want to go to California. Hello, caller. Tell us your name.
Hi, Ashford. This is Sanford. Good afternoon from my end.
Hello,
Good afternoon, DJ Blue.
Hi.
This is Sanford.
How you doing?
I want to say thanks to DJ Blue, and I heard a lot about DJ Blue, and I've always wanted to interact with him. This big brother is somebody who I really admire a lot. But there are some things that you usually that you try to do the timing. Your intentions are good, and I've sat with some friends and discussed the same thing that you just talked about. And all your ideas are very brilliant, but the timing and the place, these are the wrong move. That are usually, people would say, and like every other people saying here tonight. So if you were to take suggestion, I would rather suggest that you either work with the opposition, the CPP, to probably go in one of the, because you are household name everywhere in Liberia. It doesn't have to be Maserado. You can go probably in Nimba or something, not Nimba, but every other county to run, and people will still. The idea you have what it takes. Your name being out there forever. But I would think that the timing and the place is wrong. So, or it's a bad idea. Let me not say it wrong, but a bad idea for you. But I'm willing to support you if you were to go and run in places as like counties, some other counties that those people that are now in the interest of the Liberian people, we can kick them out. Like the protein you were just mentioning, that protein he needs to go. And if you were to run against that protein, trust me, we will use all our resources to support you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we have Alfred on the line. Hello, Alfred. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, the giant Garley. And good evening to our studio guests, DJ Blue. How are you, sir?
Hey, thank you.
This is Ashford once again. I'm calling from Iowa. I've been following the show very religiously, and I want to say thank you for the invite that we can have another as two Liberians to discuss about the way forward of our country. But for me personally, I've been following DJ Blue when I was in Liberia. He's one of an astute Liberian who wants to see the country moving forward. But at this point in time, my own advice, my candid advice to DJ Blue would be to have a change of heart. Well, personally, I'm not saying that you should take my advice, but I think you should have a change of heart because politics has to do with a level playing field. You have to have the level playing field to be able to go into the race. Right now, we have Honorable Dallas Dillon, who has the massive support. Going against him right now in the 2020 election is not a good choice. What I can advise Mr. Bernard to do is if you can rally forces that we can be able to root out some of these people that are not doing well for our country. That would be a good thing for us. I will personally beg you, rally forces around the opposition that we can move some of these people that continue to carry our country backward. That's my own point on the discussion tonight. Thank you, Mr. Bernard, for having me.
Okay, thank you. I think we have Mr. J. Renan Darpold on the line. You see, it is good to bring out suggestions. DJ Blue lives in Liberia, and he feels and listen to the people in Liberia, and he know what is on their mind. So there's something peculiar about his intention to run as a senator for Montserrat. So we have Mr. Darpold. Hello, welcome to the show.
Yes, Ashford, good evening to you.
Mr. J. Renan Darpold, you live on the radio. Go ahead and make your point.
Yeah, let me say hi to my man, DJ Blue. This is J. Renan.
Ready, J. Renan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My boss man. The pop, all right. My boss man. I told him my boss man there.
No, you are the boss, man. You are the boss, DJ Blue. You are the boss. You are the boss. High respect for you, man. High respect for you. And you know, wherever you go, wherever you shine, no matter the political differences, I will always come to pay my pilgrimage to you. I'd like to say a big thank you for the admiration. And I encourage you to do your best. You see, the democracy we run in Liberia today, it has to be competitive. All right? Yeah, you got Tommy Hilfiger, you got Nautica, you got Polo. Those are brand names. So I don't think how people try to persuade you follow your dream. As a civilian myself, I want the competition to be up to date because out of the election, we want to have the best candidate. And the only way we'll get the best candidate is to see the juice of every one of them. I listened to your platform the last time, how you wanted to bring in digital library throughout the community. And who knows, you could expand that to the rest of the 14 counties. So if you believe in your candidate, if you believe your candidate has the right result for our people, I don't think there should be anybody coming here to stop your dream.
Thank you.
So believe in yourself, follow your dream, bro. It's all about competition. Whoever will make the Liberian people life better tomorrow, I will support them. My family live in Mosorado County. If my party candidate can win and make their life better, that's it. If DJ Blue can make their life better, that's it. If Darrell Dillon is trying his best, that's it. But I want the best candidate. So thank you so much for the opportunity, Blue. Blue, we'll talk later, man. Let it put up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. We have a 202 number. Tell us your name. 640-9011. Tell us your name.
Yeah, my name is Tony Davis. And I would like to say, DJ Blue, you're a good guy. I just left Liberia. And I can tell you, Liberian people have resolved. We are resolved on, what his name, Dillon. I think you're a great guy. You ran before, came real close the first time around. But look, when a Liberian man draw his conclusion on somebody like Dillon, it's not easy to change. So that's what you see right now. I think you got some great ideas. I was in Liberia. I saw, you move, even during the lockdown, I saw you even waterside going on talking to the people that day. You and your buddy, you're driving around talking to the people. You got some great ideas. But at this point, at this moment, sure, it will not be easy to convince the Liberian people to change. Dillon is the man right now, and I don't see anybody trying to take him down. Just imagine the sitting government can't even win the guy. They can't even find somebody to compete with Dillon. So at this moment, it's going to be so difficult. I think you're a great guy. I think you'll be best served in 2023 where you can go to in the House of Representatives, one of these districts. I think there are a lot of district muscles rather you can take a lot of people out there, you can take them down. So again, I really want to say thank you for your leadership in Liberia. Thank you.
Okay, I want to go back now to a DJ Blue to respond to some of the callers who just called to just give their own impression about him.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion and how to see that. I know this. I'm not talking from the perspective of somebody who is living or somebody else. I know. Are you there?
Yeah, we are. Go ahead. Whoever calling from 240, you might just want to please mute your device. I'm asking to please mute your device, and I'll cut you off, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Blue.
All right.
Somebody's there.
Okay, let's take this caller, then you can come in. 240-646-5861. Tell us your name and where you join us from tonight.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Chinapo Wisa, calling from Washington, D.C.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I just want to, say to congratulate DJ Blue for. I don't think DJ Blue should allow CDC to use him because they know they can't find Ken against Darrell Dillon. We all want to see DJ Blue in the House of Senate, but I think he can beat Sir Joseph with no headache. They shouldn't let him spend any more resources. Let us support Darrell Dillon in 2023, and we can put DJ Blue in the LeBron House of Senate, because right now I would appeal to him as a big brother that put LeBron first, and he should not allow these people to use him in any shape or form. While it is true he's qualified, he got good intention for our county and our country, we should allow Darrell Dillon at this point and wait to get Sir Joseph out. Thank you. May God bless him.
Thank you. Blue, where all of this is coming from? They keep saying the CDC is trying to use you. What is your relationship with CDC? Why are they saying that?
Look, I don't know where they got that. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. They must be aware that I ran against CDC as an independent candidate in 2018, and I'm prepared to go again. Look, let me tell you something. If people know me, I know most of the callers are fans of Henry Costa. You need to ask Henry Costa about DJ Blue Resolve and if DJ Blue believes in something. Look, Ashford, we've been in this country. We've been living in this country for over 174 years, and things that right around us. This country has been engulfed with leadership of no innovation, nothing. I see our country. Look, I think what goes on in the House of Senate right now is just a big political showmanship. No deliverables. It don't impress me. It may impress a good amount of people to see people brandishing their political testosterone, or jiving and big political words and challenging the status quo. But where are the deliverables? 103 lawmakers making over $15,000 a month, but your country don't have one public library. Where are the deliverables? And you say, "Oh, Blue, is that a time?" I live it. You don't live it. I live in a country where there is no public library available, and you think that I'm here for just a big political showmanship in the Senate? Two people brandishing who got the biggest or the most testosterone and brandishing and yelling and carrying so forth. We need deliverables. We need things deliver. We need somebody that will come and put food on the table and say, Liberia, the most realistic avenue to income and prosperity in this country is tourism. We need a vision-based program for tourism. Bob Marley said, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. We have all these touristic destinations all around here. Nobody is passing laws. Nobody is bringing in ideas. Nobody's bringing innovation to support it. And you say, wait, there's no more time to wait. If you study contemporary literature, the great Plato said, the biggest regret you get for not participating in politics is that you stand chance to be governed by your inferiors. It's not about Darrell Dillon. It's not about Sir Joseph. It's not about CDC. I don't see none of them. I see Liberia. That's who I see. I see Liberia. And when it comes to Liberia, I have a special part in my heart for our country. You think I'm happy that our country, 174 years old, we don't have one public library? Where are the deliverables? Stop. I think that plenty talking. I don't see no deliverables. Where are the infrastructure that to host our children from after school? We've been a country here, one sports commission for generations and generations and generations. And then I show them the version of Ivory Coast Sports Commission, a structure called the Palais de Treichville. And then you see how marginalized we've been. Dillon and his Liberty Party have been in the political landscape in Liberia for over 20 years. Dillon has been active in politics for over 15 years. What have they? Where are the deliverables? Ask him. I'm not impressed by all the talking. It's good. Show me. Why are the jobs? Why are the opportunities for the young people? Why are they planning to move Liberia through tourism?
DJ Blue, there are folks on the outside looking in that feel that Darrell Dillon is doing what he said he was going to do. You live it every day. You interact with the suffering masses of our Liberian brothers and sisters. Can you just convince these people who are saying all of these things that Dillon is in fact the lie? Dillon came to the senatorial a seat with $3.50 in his account, and he overwhelmingly won the hearts of the people. You said you couldn't do it because you didn't have the financial capacity. What has changed now?
Actually, I'm a businessman. You know that, right?
That's right.
First and first. I'm a business. I'm a very successful businessman. Not only that,
hands down. That I
you
know.
know that. I am an employer.
That's right.
You know that, right? Okay,
yes,
so I think that should answer your question right there. Okay, look, Ashford, you sit down here and you wonder, hopelessly, sometimes, where are we going as a country, Ashford? For some of us who have Liberia as passion, from some of us who, from the third eye, see the potential of this country. Ashford, it's painful every day, go to sleep and waking up and just looking at Liberia. And you see the potential within the country. But before anything works in Liberia, you must have the proximity to power. You must have that proximity to critical decision making. Ashford. And this is where I come from. You talk about Senator Dillon. Has Senator Dillon proffered any bill to explore the tourism sector of our country? No. Has Senator Dillon talked anything about creating more opportunity for the youth of Liberia? Creating infrastructures, programs, copying the model of Ghana, building multi-purpose recreation and counseling center for our children? No. These are the deliverables I want to see. These are some of the things I want to see. I don't want to see people here yelling at each other who are there. How does that provide opportunities? How does that provide hope for the young people? How does that provide education for our university students, our high school students, graduating from the universities in Liberia, coming up, and most of them not even able to put on a laptop? How does that solve that problem? Ashford, the government is a reflection of its people. If we're not paying attention to the youth it's bringing out, this is a circle, and Liberia will keep going down the drain. My running for the Senate is not about Dillon. It's not about CDC. It's not about CPP. It's not about COP. It's not about nothing, but it's for the betterment of Liberia. I think that I can deliver for Liberia. I think that I can deliver tangibles for Liberia, for the Liberian youth. I think I can bring about a vibrant tourism sector in Liberia. I think I can come out there and lobby for a vision-based program to have Liberians come from America and be proud to call themselves Liberian, because it's right there. All we need is policies and professional. That's what people need to be talking about. All 103 lawmakers right now need to be talking about nothing about tourism. That is our only hope. We've been on this concession and concession ratification and concession ratification for 174 years. Where are we as a country now, Ashford?
And I want you to hold our thought about tourism. But let me take these three callers and then we'll jump right into tourism. We have 608-395-5454. Tell us your name and where you join us from tonight. 608. Going once, going twice.
He's low.
Okay. We also have 267-776-5983. Tell us your name.
Got it. This is Bud once again.
Okay.
Listen, DJ, Liberia DJ, a great band of Liberia. Let me tell you something. I'm older than you. You see, when children singing a song behind the house, that's the same song their parents used to sing before. We Liberians in the diaspora and Liberians in Liberia, I told you from the beginning, please go home, sit, lay down, drink cold water, advise yourself. Positions in the Berea County. Go to CPP if at all you want to run. This failed government has failed the Liberian people. I am telling you, I said it yesterday to Mr. Tupa that if you want to run against Darrell Dillon, you will not get 1% of the vote in Mosorado County.
Thank you.
Mosorado County, I come in Garley place. Mosorado County, Liberia as a whole, have been reserved. Neither Mosorado County have been reserved for Darrell Dillon. Darrell Dillon is doing something in Liberia that nobody, no senators, no leaders have ever done in the Republic of Liberia since 1847. Darrell Dillon is putting something up there for the people they call Zoko. Not from his own pocket, but from the pockets of Liberians all over the world. I beg you, Omer, if you want something, if you want your name to come all at what you have done for the Liberian people, please go to CPP. I am telling you, go to CPP. Let them elevate you in one of those counties for them to canvass or campaign for you. You will win. But in Mosorado County, please take your hand from there. Go consult your family member. When
Thank
I
you.
do this, will it be good?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's my last word to you.
Thank you. Okay, we have I believe the number is 207. 207.
Yes, Ashford. How you doing?
Good. Tell us your name.
Well, my name is Joseph Sher Thomas.
Hey, Mr. Thomas.
I'm calling from the
hello,
beautiful
welcome to the
state
show.
of Maine.
Welcome to the show, my brother. Go ahead and make your point.
Yeah, my contribution to blue, like, you know, in Liberian politics, Liberia is the only country that the people don't understand politics. I don't care what you do for the people, but if it comes to politics, they make the wrong decisions. And like the plan you have about the youth, I told many of our government officials, I told them, look, we got youth camp, we got land reserved for the youth program, because if you build all the houses and put fence around these things, you don't educate, and we don't educate them, we'll not get nowhere. I know you got a good plan. The same plan I have, I don't sleep for Liberia. You know, one thing I tell you, Blue, one time I wanted to run for Mikey. My friend is the deputy speaker right now. You know what he told me? Just what he told me, I got the clear understanding from the time we all elected Darrell Dillon, when our chair came out and said, you can do all you want to do. And you, in Montreal, you live here and you can see it. You got step on, even Senator Cooper, who had a good plan for Liberian people, they step on Senator Cooper. And I mean, you guys were going to be like you join the group.
You have 30 seconds, please.
The other guys like Senator Cooper, like, you know, and Senator Lawrence Kanga. Because right now I cannot stop you, and I don't know, because those countries we're looking for what we want to take over. If you could only meet with the caucus and we take you president.
Thank you.
Like Grand Crew, Sano. I mean, you are a decent guy if you join with Darrell Dillon and you're all in our house. Something will work, but for you alone, if we take Dillon out and we put you alone, that my brother, those guys will ride over you again. Those criminals. The same thing with Yaka Koluba. Yaka is up.
Thank you,
you saw all those rookies that came in the
Your
house.
time is up. Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah,
Thank you
all
so
of them
much.
left Yaka alone. And Yaka keep fighting for the people.
Thank you, Josephus. Your time is up.
Frank told me, he said, you alone cannot make it. You have a lot of enemies in the house of my GB.
That was Josephus from Maine making his contribution tonight. Our 608, tell us your name.
My name is Augustus, and I call from the city of Dallas, Texas.
So go ahead, make your point. DJ Blue is listening to you.
Mr. Blue, I may not know you in person. I hear a lot of great things about you. And firstly, I want to say thank you for everything you have been doing for the people of Liberia. And regarding your position, your point you are putting to help Liberians in the House of Senate, well, you are Liberian, and as a Liberian, no one can stop you from doing what you feel you want to do as a constitutional right, and that is great. But again, I just want to say to you, sir, you know, when one person holding the light, you need somebody else to be throwing the trash outside. You cannot take the lights on and leave the place in darkness, and then how will you throw the trash out? We need the light in the house, and Darius is there. And again, as I said earlier, no one can stop you. It's your constitutional right, and you can exercise it to go. But I think as a Liberian, my candid opinion, I would just urge you, we need a kind of a strong force in the house. We need allies to Darius. We need more Darius in the house. So I would just ask you if there is any other way you can, look towards helping. We will encourage you. We will give you the support.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is the right move to contest against Darius.
Thank you,
brother. Our Liberians would say, don't spoil the business.
Thanks for calling.
You don't want to spoil the market.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have 817. Tell us your name and where you join us from tonight.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
817 874.
Sanford, this is Sanford. So I was just calling again quickly because I kept hearing DJ Blue talk about talking and not making any.
Okay, Sanford. Since you called earlier, I'll give only 30 seconds. I beg you. There are a lot of folks in line to contribute.
Oh yes.
So 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, quickly. So let me just. Oh my God. Let me just say to DJ Blue, I think one of the things we kind of missing, or he's probably missing, is the Dylan is fighting a system that is highly corrupt, and in order for you to be able to get people like Dylan or the system to be a good system, you DJ Blue will have to support him, and or join him to make things work.
Okay.
But because even yourself go in our Senate,
thank you.
Alone, trust me, you have the same difficulty.
All right. Thank you, my brother. So we lost all of these people now. Okay, Blue, I want you to come in and respond to these people, and then we can segue to the next segment, which has to do with tourism in our country. Go ahead, Blue.
Well, actually, I'm just enjoying myself reading your comments. I got my little monitor right here.
I see.
But look, actually, like I said, maybe a lot of people don't know me and don't know my resolve. But I think that's I hear everybody's point of view. I know not everybody would be in favor of it. I was aware that I was going to get bombarded like this on your program. The honorable Darius Dillon is a good social media. He lives on social media, so I know he got a lot of fans on social media. That I know. You know me. I'm a busy man. I have no time to.
I go way back with Senator Dillon, but I don't talk to him a lot and stuff like that. But like you say, his huge presence on the social media will do that for you. What's happening tonight?
Oh, I know. Senator Dillon is on there with podcasts every day, talking to. I know he managed to get a lot of fans, but that's a good thing. But then, actually, let's get to real business here. Another thing that bothers me, another thing that we see, another thing that I've been preaching for years and years. I'm glad to Representative Edwin Snow and I think Representative Kyrus Gray, they just finally came up to par with my idea about tourism, where they just brought for a bill to make tourism an autonomous agency. I think that's a good first step. I think we as a nation right now, Ashford, I think that's the only song we need to be singing right now. Tourism. There's no country in Africa that had no more touristic destination than Liberia. There's no country. Look, let me tell you something. These people talk about the CPP, DJ Blue go to the CPP. Look, let me tell you something why I will not go to the CPP. Because of this one reason. Ashford, Kitneja, our cultural heritage was destroyed. Was it? You know me. I'm all about culture. I'm all about entity. I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, hey, folks, if you are in-queued and you're not speaking, could you please mute your phone? I will turn you off if you can't. Please mute your phone. Mute your phone, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Blue.
Yes. I'm talking about Kitneja. Kitneja was the only epicenter for our cultural reference. It was destroyed. It was never brought back. Now, we are living in a country where we have and these are some of the problems, Ashford. We destroy a center like Kitneja, the Unity Party regime. Never replace it. You put 8 other money. Unity Party government went 12 years in this country without building one public library, Ashford. Then people say, I'm going to shut up. Close your mouth.
Wow.
Ashford, why did you look? Ashford, let's talk about tourism. I don't want to, because if I start talking about the ills, if this show will go on there tomorrow morning, I don't want to leave it.
I think it would be fair that we take these few calls, then we'll go to tourism. We have Christmas on the line. Hello, Christmas.
Yes, sir. Mr. Garley, thank you for having me. Mr. DJ Blue. My revolutionary greetings to you. DJ Blue, my name is Christmas Silly. I'm the senator friend.
Kai, how you doing? Christmas.
All right, sir. So first of all, Mr. Garley, here is how we begin. I will first of all, talk about the fact that DJ Blue talk about Dylan is on Facebook, so he got more followers. That is not true. The fact is that Mr. DJ Blue has a larger platform than Mr. Dylan. Maybe some of you don't know who is DJ Blue. DJ Blue owns multiple radio stations around the country. I stand to be corrected, DJ Blue. DJ Blue have Hot FM and TV. That means he have a bigger platform. His radio station run, I don't know, I think 8 hours or 12 hours. Probably 24 hours, but I will let him to speak to that. So DJ Blue have a larger platform than even they don't only do Facebook Live every now and then, the maximum for 1 hour. But DJ Blue have a radio station that runs at least 12 hours, I stand to be corrected. Hopefully he speak to that. Or TV and a radio station in some cases, in some of these counties. He provide employment, that's true. But DJ Blue is a businessman. When last have you seen DJ Blue speaking ills to society? DJ Blue uses his platform for business. And at this point, it's no longer business as usual. DJ Blue is just a businessman who, and the thing about a businessman, they never get enough. Even Bill Gates just, I think, retire or left a company. But the thing about the rich or the businessman, they're only looking for avenue to make more money. So DJ Blue was the biggest platform, one of the biggest platforms in the country. Have you seen DJ Blue using his platform to call up ills in society and stand up for the Liberian people and fight against violations of human rights, and calling the government out against their corruption, against their ill will, and stuff like that? No, DJ Blue have stood up and fold his hands. So what made DJ Blue to believe that it can just be business as usual? You can save all this money and somehow election, you just emerge and say, hey, I got the money. And you just throw money around. Our generation, we are the millennials, we are better than that. We are bold than that. And we are not falling for business as usual. Now, let me conclude like this, Mr. Ashley and my big brother DJ Blue. My name is Christmas City. I'm the senator friend. We can no longer be bamboozled. We can no longer be cajoled. Nobody cannot buy our votes and appeal to us with some $50, $100 or back or rights. We are more than that. Liberia deserve more than that and better than that. And for us to move forward, we have to become collective and be resolved as a people as we are. It's either that was the law. If DJ Blue was somebody who was going to be vocal against the status quo, everybody know DJ Blue will be entertainer. When last year DJ Blue? No, honestly, when last he come and say, oh, I talk on this one time, on that one time, that this one time, that one time, the abuse of power in the country, the violation of human rights, and other things are happening. The justice system is not independent. The hospitals are failing. But you think DJ Blue would speak about that? No. It's like, no, I'm scared. The government will crush my business. I can't do that. I can't speak against the status quo. It's business as usual. And people like DJ Blue think time like this. I'm sorry, DJ Blue, but the time for that kind of politics, when last minute to time you just bring a bunch of money.
Well, Ashford.
Yeah.
Ashford.
You want to respond to Christmas? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Christmas. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Christmas is not a listener of the Blue Show. Unfortunately, Christmas is not a listener of the Savage Show. If you was a listener at Hot FM, you would know that all we speak about is the ills of society. If you're a listener, I beg you, tune your radio on in the morning to Hot Morning Live with Daniel Rogers and Patrick Eastman. You will hear one of the most critical voices on everything that the government does. You will hear it. Don't talk about what you do know. If this program was broadcast live on the airways in Liberia, you will hear other views.
Which of course you're going to start doing pretty soon.
Yeah, of course. If this program was broadcasted on the airwaves of Liberia, right now it's 1:41 a.m. People are sleeping. I dare you broadcast this program, you'll hear the callers, you'll hear condescending view, you'll hear different view. You don't know nothing about Hot FM. If you know about the Emmanuel Savage show, you will know that it's not a pro-government show. If you know about Hot Morning Live, you will know that it's not a pro-government show. If you know about the Blue Show, where we go out there and talk issues every evening, you will know that it's not a government-promoted show. And you will know our station is not funded by government. We are an independent breed.
And that I know, because I've been there. I've seen
And don't tell me last minute time I came into politics. I was into politics. In 2018, I ran against the static quo. I ran against CDC when nobody thought I was going to run against CDC. I came second, defeating even the CPP. You know that far ahead, because Liberian people know my work. They know what I stand for. They know what I've done for them. I just don't talk. I just don't come to the fray before I create opportunities for people. I've been doing it for a long time. Don't talk about stuff you don't know. You do know. Don't talk about it.
Okay, Blue, we're going to go back to the line. And just before we go to the line, folks, tomorrow night we're going to have Ty One-Way. Ty One-Way is part of the ANC, and he wants to be a senator for Nimba County. Our special guest tomorrow night is Mr. Ty One-Way. He will be in our Bridge Radio Africa studio tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please plan to listen then. 240-464-5861. Tell us your name. Hello, caller. 240. Hello. You can hear us? I'm finding how to hear this caller. I don't know what's going on. See if we can hold on, sir. Hello.
Yeah, this is 215 guy. Yeah, this is 215 guy.
Okay, 240 is the area code.
Yeah, it's 240.
The guy called earlier. He's still calling again. The area code is 240-464. Tell us your name, sir.
Yes, again, my name is Chinapo Wilson, calling from DC. I just listened to the response from our DJ Blue.
Okay.
Everything that we are saying is not. I think he's not getting the point, because he's accusing everybody that coming here giving honest opinion and honest advice. Now, I want to ask DJ Blue a
Can
question.
you hear the caller?
Yeah.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear. It was a little bit low, but I.
Lisa Weir and Dawah Dillon in the last election. When did he establish this business to the point that he's financially potent now to contest? Since he feels that he has the financial power now to sponsor his own campaign. When did he establish this business, and how did this business prosper with him now? That's one. Two, I want him to tell us, since he supported that in the last election, and all these good ideas for the traditional force in it, for which now you want to contest against him. Because if I support somebody, I have to make sure that it succeeds. If he's coming, like accusing everybody that advising that I don't want heaven contract supporter. I'm not a heaven contract supporter. I'm not supporting anybody in this stuff. But what I'm looking at is that somebody will sit up with Liberian people. So if the Algebra is sitting up now, why does he want to run against the Algebra when you do all these things? When they did this that first organization in the last month or 9 months, when they established the business to be a lawyer, that he didn't have money, now wants to go to run against the Algebra.
Okay.
And then, why is he going to deal to say, look, this is my idea. I support you for. This is what I want. This is my vision. This is what I believe in. So we work on this. I think done that.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay.
That's what they asked why what he asked where I getting money from?
Yeah. Okay. Want to go back to the line? Then you can come in, Blue. We have Alfonso Zionso on the line from Rhode Island. Alfonso, you live on the radio.
All right. Ashford, thank you. Look, Blue, thank you so much. I'm so disappointed. Liberia is such a different country, and we, the citizens, get the country to be why it is. It is so ridiculous for people to call, don't run because this is doing this, and this is doing What is going on? Look, this is a country we are talking about. We are talking about a sovereign nation of 170, almost going to 176 in the corner. This is the guy who is saying something to restore the country heritage. You know what culture? If you have your culture system in the country, you know what that does? The Kenya that is being destroyed. Instead of people calling to ask him how you going to do it differently, no, do this, wait for this. The country, this is the same way that get a country to be the method. It is unfortunate.
I know.
People spend in a country, a sovereign country with one individual.
Thank you.
Instead of them asking the man how you going to do it, and then people calling him, what the other man getting money from this and that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's so ridiculous.
Thank you, Mr. So. Thank you, veteran. Okay, we have 614 377 0005. 614 377. Tell us your name.
Yeah, I'm Sharif from Ohio.
Go ahead and make your point. Mr. Blue is listening to you.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank Mr. Blue for mustering the courage to run for the second term. And just to add on what Mr. Zion said, it is really preposterous and ridiculous for people to come and say that Mr. Abraham Jr. is the own candidate and Mr. Blue shouldn't run. So, you see, it's the same mindset we have as a Liberian that gave the country back for like 178 years. It's the same mindset. Instead of all encouraging Mr. Blue, asking for his platform as to how he's going to reinstitute this cultural site that we have in Kenya, the Island Bridge. What are his plans in revitalizing this cultural site, the Pataway or waterfall, the Kenya Bridge, the Providence Island? What are his plans in revamping this unique cultural site, in propagating our ocean and our beaches and our cultural heritage? So I want to know what plans does he have for these places? Like we live in Liberia and go to Ghana just to go on the beach there, or ride out or ride on horse there, or go to some. The DJ Blue plan to revitalize. How is he going to do it?
Thank you. Great question. We have several other callers on the line. Thank you, sir. You wait over 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Anderson is on the line. Hello, welcome to the show.
full name on that. Yeah.
I said Mr. Anderson. There are several Andersons out there. I didn't call your full name. I said Mr. Anderson is on the line.
Okay. I'll be scared, man. I call up names. You know, they call up me. You guys be careful.
Welcome to the show. DJ Blue is listening to you.
Yeah. Welcome. Listen. And this is incredible because I think I will say this. Let me say this. All the aspiring candidates I want to run, and the young people, I want to encourage the young people to stand up. People will get up and criticize and say this and say that. But it take a man or it take a woman to get up and say, you know what, I'm going to go run. Those that are coming up and telling you they want to run for the Senate or the representatives or thing, I want to say congratulations to them. Because you see, Liberian people can sit there on the side and criticize. But they're not waiting to take the step. So take that step and say the bold step to say, let me go and make the changes. So DJ Blue, I would say congratulations to you. Congratulations to everybody who coming out and making sure they want to see Liberia moving forward.
Thank you.
That's how far I'll go. Mr. Blue, congratulations, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 701-885. Tell us your name.
My
701-885. Tell us your name. You're live on the radio. Go ahead and make your point. You might want to please speak a little bit louder. Looking at the caller?
Small.
Okay, small. I think we're gonna let him go because we.
Okay. Oh yeah. I think I was loud now. 302-264-6654. Tell us your name. We can't get this caller either. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we have Howard back on the line. Hello, Howard. Hello. Blue, can you get the caller? No.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for having me back. I just want to go back and elaborate on the older gentleman that called and said that the problem is with Liberia. My question is, I called this platform earlier. I'm an independent thinker, so I don't align with anybody politically. But as an advocate, I do respect public servants. Is Blue capable of delivering for the people of Montserrat? Yes, he is. Because I've heard great things about him, and I also think what the things that he has done. I've been a guest in his studio where he has also delivered other great programs that he delivered on his platform. So for me, I'm a fair individual. I don't have a narrow mind. But my question is, why subtract when we need more addition to the table? Can Blue serve in other capacities in Liberia as a public servant? Yes, he can. So my thing is, and Blue coming to come against Delon. To me, I just feel like we are wasting two good individuals for one reason. When Blue is a public second already, he's just not serving in leadership politically. In his community, he's a community organizer. He's an involvement person. I've heard about him. I saw his work. He inspired young people in Liberia.
Thank you.
Young people. You know what's so funny? My family is voted for Blue in the last campaign.
Thank you, Howard.
So it's not about that. It's about why subtracting when you can add more people.
Thank you.
That's my point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We have Miss Dr. Bantu Kula on the line from Georgia.
Hey, Ashford. What's going on, my brother?
Dr. Kula, what's up, my man? It's been a minute. Welcome to the show. Hey, Blue is excited, man, that you're on, that you're calling. But go ahead.
That's a childhood friend, man.
I know.
Glad he's doing great things.
things in Liberia. Blue, you got my support. Don't let anybody discourage you. You're a household name in Liberia. You're doing great things for the community. You really have a platform for the youth. Go ahead and do your thing. You know, regardless of what happens, people will remember you, and eventually you will get what you need to get, and you will do what you need to do for our people and our youth in that country. Keep up the good work, my brother. I love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was
Ashford.
Yo.
I got a gift for Batu, man. I haven't talked to him in a while. You want to see the gift?
What a gift. Okay.
What kid sold this to me today, man? I just saw the show it to get you laughing a little bit. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, I want you to respond to these people. Then we're going to segue a little bit and talk about the tourism in Liberia. There's a lot of things in Liberia that can bring money to our country, and people are not talking about those things. But respond to these callers, and then we'll give some extra time. You know, we even have the time to see if we can raise some money for you tonight, because I know it's tough when it comes to campaign.
Yeah, you know, actually, let me say this. You know, one thing there's a caller that came and said that you know, the older part that you know, why will you come on and tell another Liberian who have exhibited as a private citizens, who have created jobs and exhibited his love and his passion for his country, you tell him not to vie in a space to be a public servant because somebody else is there? I don't understand that. That is not democracy. That is not. I don't understand. But anyway, everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their choice. I respect it. You know, like I told Ashford, he got me up at 2 a.m. in the morning. You know, I'm a busy man, but I came on this platform and I expected that. Ashford, let me say something, man. Before we even go to tourism, you have such a unique platform. I cannot wait to host your platform on Hot FM. I think this is a brilliant platform. You know where we come from. I think this is going to make a whole lot of sense to our people. I think our people here in Liberia needs to be a part of your conversation. They need to be a part of what you bring to the fray. You and Ashford Garley too is a household name here in Liberia.
Man, you know we are trendsetters, man. You know what we do, bro.
Ashford is not a small man down here. Let me tell you something. So we need to, and I can't wait. What is the frequency of the program? Is that every Monday?
No, we're on Mondays through Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 8 p.m. to 10. That is from 12 midnight to 2 a.m. I know I know you're big time for me. I'm the giant. You know that.
I'm forced to. I Chris. You know, I have to, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. To the people, listen, to all the people, I'm really not mad at anybody. You know, this is all politics. I see a whole lot of people. Look, let me tell you something. I'm friends with Honorable Darius Dillon. As a matter of fact, I'm very good friend to him. I'm also a very good friend to the president of Liberia. I'm just going by some of the comments they put on here. Look, if you know me, I have no enemies. I speak the truth. I always do. If you know who I am, you actually know what I do. I don't mince my word. I speak the truth and I walk away. You understand? I've never worked in government. I never held any government position. I probably haven't even gotten any contract from government before. I'm a private guy, a private citizen. And it's all that, I mean, that I'm going to leave it right there. But actually, let's get to tourism. And I will touch on it a little bit. Look, let me tell you something. Liberia, Ashford, we are blessed with so many destinations, Ashford. And the thing that bothers me more is Liberia is one of, perhaps I think, one of the only countries that shares similar history with the United States of America. I wrote a project for Providence Island. Let's start with Providence Island. I don't want to even vie up to areas like Patawi or the Sapo National Forest. Or do you know there is a city in Buchanan called Newsets? Have you heard about Newsets, Ashford?
No.
Let me tell you about Newsets. When you go in Newsets, you take the back road, like the ocean route. You go to Newsets, you can still see the remnants of slavery. The remnants of slavery is still there. You still see chains in trees. You still see the way that they used to take the slave out to sea. It is still there. Do we have anybody talking about these kind of stuff, actually? These are potential multi-million dollars. We need to see Liberia from a new perspective. Everybody say, oh, go with. We tired waiting. I need new minds. I need new thinkers. Look, let me tell you something. And one thing I've been preaching, we need to incorporate our brothers and sisters from the diaspora. One thing our lawmaker preaches here is they have entrenched in the mind of our people that our brothers and sisters from the United States of America or from in other countries or from the diaspora, when they come here, they will take our jobs and run and do this with it. But no, we need people that have broader ideas. Because the people that been there, they've been with the same primitive ideas for years, and we are still in the same dungeon. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Look at the landscape. Have you been to Grand Cape Town County before? You go to Cape Town, and it's similar to Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town, South Africa generate over $12 billion a year, while Cape Town generates zero. I think this is a generation curse that we all need to purge right now. What we need innovative people. We need to bring out the innovative conversation. This is what needs to happen now. I don't need a bunch of lawmakers every day yelling at each other in the Senate. That's not what I need. I need plans to be put on the floor for a vision-based program for tourism, a 5 to 7 years plan. For in 7, 8 to 10 years from now, Liberians will be harvesting middle class. Or big middle class society will be born. That's what we need to see, because we have the destination. We have Providence Island. We have the Patawi Forest. We have Newsets. We have the Sapo National Park. We just have the landscape. Kepamos, Hapo. What is wrong with our people, Ashford? Why can't they see this? You have tourists come here all the time and they look at our country and they just shake their head. Look at Dew River. Look at the dirt. And the leaders pass over that place every day and they see it and smile at it.
Okay, hold on 1 minute, Blue. Folks, if you're just joining us, we have just is our time yet, but we want to raise some funds for DJ Blue. And the Cash App is on there, 248-979-1718. Support DJ Blue. Especially for all of you that are based in America, you know, some way, somehow, DJ Blue was there for you. The wedding receptions, your birthday parties, and the whole 9 years. I'm telling you, and this is a brother that wants to do something big for your country. So if you want to support DJ Blue, again, the Cash App is on there, and DJ Blue, you're based out of Monrovia, but you visit the other parts of Liberia. And that's one of the reasons why you're so passionate about tourism.
I see it. Actually, I go. Sometimes I just I take my car and we go on these wild trips. Sometimes I don't even have nothing to do. I drive to Nimba County. You go on the mountain. It's so beautiful out there. Look, I'm gonna tell you something that happens in Liberia right now. It's been happening for the past. And this is the last thing I'll tell you. If you don't see the need for a vision-based program for tourism in Liberia, then I'll leave it at that. Let me tell you something. So 10 years ago, there's a story came out, I think, in New York Times or something about Robert Sport, being one of the best center for surfing in the world. Surfing is not a thing our people are used to. We're not brought up surfing. What is surfing for the white boys then? But it's a multi-billion dollar industry. It's a multi-billion dollar sports. That was 10 years ago, during the alien administration. Well, quite recently, last year, BBC did a special naming Robert Sports as the Mecca. Do you know what it is when New York Times and BBC calls your place the Mecca of surfing. Ashford, what have we done? What have we done to improve that area? What have we done? The road from Mecca, the road from Medina to Robert Sports, my man, you can't even ride bicycle on it. For the lack of vision, the nation would perish. Right now, we got even more visionless leaders. Last time, during early time, they were visionless. We need new thinkers, man. We need new thinkers. I form a group on Facebook. It's called New Thinkers. New Thinkers. Go there. Make your suggestion. New Thinkers. We need a whole breed of new thinkers. People that see Liberia different. People that feel Liberia different. That's why I say until Liberia is seen from the lens of the new generation, our nation is doomed. Keep those 103 lawmakers there all you want. Let them yell at each other every day and see what deliverables they bring into the people. We will die. As for me, I'm already in the second half. Ashford, all the things I'm talking is not for me to enjoy, not for my children and my grandchildren and my other grandchildren to enjoy.
You buy 50 already?
No, not yet. Almost there. But then again, yeah. But actually, these are passionate things. These are passionate things that I want everybody, all Liberians, to ball up with the same passion, with the same excitement of changing our nation. It is about our country. Let's change our country, man. It's not about just yelling. It's about showing the deliverables, what have been achieved.
DJ Blue. And folks, we want to take a few more calls before we cut it tonight. We have 701-85. Tell us your name.
Thank you very much, Giant Garley. My name is Roland Yima, and I call from North Dakota.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead, make your point. DJ Blue is listening.
Thank you so much. I've been listening religiously. DJ Blue, let me say thanks so much, and thanks, Garley, for giving me the opportunity. What I really want to say, Liberia has come so far, and we all know that we've had so much, and we believe that our country must enjoy the democratic space, that everyone must freely be able to participate and express their opinion. Representatives and senators have three cardinal functions: lawmaking, oversight, and representation. Here's the thing. I listened to DJ Blue over the period of time. He had all the beautiful plans. Granted, everyone who comes to run for office, they come with good plans. But my problem is most of our candidates that comes, with these beautiful plans, it is one thing to have good plans, and it's another thing to implement these plans, to put them into reality. That's one. Secondly, I listened to Blue trying to, consider most of those people who were, giving edge to Darius Dillon. And he said one thing, and I think he was in error to have said most of those people that are calling and championing the cause of Darius Dillon, they are all Henry Costa supporters. I think he was wrong for saying that, and he should not do that.
I did not say that. I did not say they were Henry Costa supporters.
Yes, he did. People.
Why would I say? Why would I say they are Henry Costa supporters? I don't understand.
You did. I listened to the show quietly, but my point I'm making is,
30 seconds, please. 30 seconds.
Do not blame people. Okay, you are seeking for office. Your responsibility is to accept everybody regardless of their opinion. Whatever they have to put on the table.
Thank you, brother.
And we all must intellectually exchange so that
Thank you. Again, he said he didn't say that. We'll still revisit the tape and All right, thank you, my brother. All right, thank you. We have 619-201-0538. Tell us your name.
Yeah, okay. My name is Sylvester. I call from California.
Sylvester, welcome to the show. Go ahead and make your point. DJ Blue is listening to you.
I listen to DJ Blue. He has a plan like the previous speaker just said. But the fundamental problem that Doha has now is what we are experiencing. The long stand on. to admire the Lord. The Lord started taking issue in the house when he went over there. Issue that other people have never taken. Corruption. If you even have investment idea, you can never succeed in investment if you don't curtail or reduce corruption in that country. No investor want to invest huge amount of money in that country. So what the Lord is doing, the Lord is showing to the Reverend people that we have too much opportunity that we can do better if we manage our little resources that we have. And he's standing for it. When you talk about the budget issue, the other, he's not a financial. But then he put issue on the ground, and it just surfaced yesterday again with the 30 million issue. And the Lord is doing better. So now we have somebody that Blue Jay, what he's saying to come in.
30 seconds, please. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's a difficult. I think ADD is doing pretty well there. Anybody I think Liberia, because I say I'm working up there, and I know his station, I know his investment in Liberia. I've been following him, but he's not as strong as compared to what ADD is doing.
Thank you.
All the way.
Thank you. Okay, we have Hawa back on the line. Hawa?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. You know, I wanted to come back on this platform today. I don't think the candidate on this platform was really fair to the callers when he said people coming in here talking for the law or Costa or whatever. I came in here, my first statement, I complimented Blue for his services in our community, in his district in Broadville. And I also told him how I was proud of what he has been doing as a private citizen. And for him to say that people coming here, I'm not in line with anybody for me to speak for anybody. I was fair. And I said that public servant in any other capacity. I have two questions for Blue before I get off. You know, Blue is a private citizen, he's a businessman. Why didn't Blue get all these great tourism ideas to serve in that capacity as a private citizen, as a businessman, that Liberia would still deliver from that part? Do Blue have to be a public official to deliver tourism to Liberia? And my second question is, what set Blue apart? Why can Blue convince us, people that are independent thinkers, what makes him set apart from Darius Dillon? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have a caller from North Carolina. Tell us your name.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Tell us your name. Tell us your name. Go ahead. Make your point.
Hey, my name is Francis, calling from small town, North Carolina.
Francis, I beg you. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead and just use the 2 minutes so we can get out of here tonight. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. My first question. I mean, anyway, today, I'm happy to see DJ Blue because I think I have heard his name one time, and today happened to be the very first time I've seen him. Yeah.
He's the man.
So
Sucker.
I don't really know, like all and DJ Blue has. I mean, why can't he just continue with the private sector instead of coming to run, you know, to become senator, to be able to serve his people? Number one. Number two, I'm also looking at the current government, all the Google team. I mean, you're saying, okay, they are all good things. But I feel under this regime, you cannot do any better. Like, look, you cannot do any better under this regime because the regime is not offer something good. And if you go in there to say, oh, you're going to do this, or, you know, you're going to invest in or want to bring people in like
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
So if you're talking about trading, I mean, you're just wasting your time. Let you and myself invest in the private sector.
Thank you.
Business first.
Okay. Listen.
Thank you. I will have DJ. Hold on, Blue. You respond. I'm going to take the last caller, then you respond to him. 401 454 450 8785. Tell us your name. 401.
Hello, this is Darius. How you doing today, sir?
Good. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead and ask a question.
No, I will not ask question. I just want to appreciate DJ Blue because I've been following him as a young man. I'm just in my 20s. I'm the young guy that building a library in Liberia.
Oh, wow.
Modern library. Honorable Blue, I always follow you and I appreciate you and I got passion for young people. The way you look after our brothers that people call names, I got passion for them. And I tell you what, your platform is great, but you will succeed with that platform when you stand up as an independent man and you got a youth, you can organize them well, they will support you. Although I personally support Darrell Dillon throughout for what he's doing, and that people like you we want to see. At least the competition can be okay. A lot of Liberians can know that there are a lot of good people out there.
Thank you.
So please, run as an independent man and put your feet down.
Okay.
Let's look at you and Darrell Dillon. Let the debate be fine than running with CDC or any political party. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, we're done with the callers for the night. We just want to have a last minute conversation with DJ Blue. He'll respond to some of you callers, and then we can call it a night. So, Blue, the microphone is all yours.
Okay, so I'll go back to the last caller that said that why should you bring tourism in a country? Your country is not safe. Are you serious? Are you a Liberian to say that about your country? The country is not safe. Why should we bring tourism? All right. Okay. I'm not. Let me answer the other lady that asked if you have to be senator before you do anything. Let me tell you, in Liberia, before you get anything done, you must have relevance and you have proximity. You must have a political relevance first, and you must have political proximity to critical decision making. If you don't, forget it. Nobody going to listen to you. This is why this is how the country has shaped itself from generation to generation. That you have to be at an echelon in politics before you can get your ideas or your plans perfect. Okay, and I think, and what else did she ask? Oh, I saw my man getting old, and I forget.
I mean, you need a secretary to be taking that.
Man, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. It's 2 a.m. But actually, let me say something. Listen, I'm really not upset at anybody. If you know me, and if you ask for Garley about me, if you ask Zara Costa about me, you can take the whole ocean and waste it on me. I will not get mad. I just don't. I don't get upset. I'm also a radio host, just like actual Garley. I listen to condescending argument all the time. People do not agree with some things I say. Not every time people write good stories about me. I experience that every time. You understand? So don't feel like I'm coming down on you or like I'm insulting. No, if you know me, you know I'm a humble soul, and that is just how I am. But I speak the truth. I speak how I feel. It's my conviction. It's how I see Liberia. It's how I experience Liberia. Like I said to you, I'm not speaking from the perspective of any fancy data or statistics on the livelihood of a Liberians or how Liberia is. I live it every day. I'm here every day. So once again, gracias, Ashford. This is Monkey Apple, Ashford.
I know. I said, before you go, man, how's the pape? Spotter, man. It's somebody that you give birth to. I know. The media, and I mean, we didn't even talk about this, man. This guy is so good. He can sign Samuel Doe.
And these, I'm telling you, man. Ashford, these are the kind of people we need to give hope to. If Aaron Clinton, aka Spider, had the opportunity or to be in America, he would have been a multi-millionaire with the talents he had. That's the same talent. Man.
The boy is so talented, bro.
That is the same talent we're trying to bring out of, expose into the young people here in Liberia to create more middle class, to create more millionaires, to give people greater opportunity. Nobody is talking about it, Ashford. Nobody's talking about it. Wow. Look, I gotta go. For the lack of vision, the nation will perish. We need vision. We need to open our third eye and see Liberia different. We need a whole batch of new thinkers, new minds, new ideas, new energy. Thank you.
Listen, make arrangement for Spada to come on, man. I love that.
I will do
dude,
that.
you know.
I will do that. I will definitely do
I
that.
love that, dude. And Blue, my man, thank you so much for taking time, man.
Thank
2
you so
2 a.m.
much.
in the morning. You here on Ashford got it live. It's a blessing, my brother. Enjoy the rest
Yeah,
of the
my man. And I come here, I look at CNN, all gonna tanga thing go. Thank you.
DJ Blue live
Yes,
from
live.
Presence known. We want to
Thank you
go
so
back
much.
to Information Highway now, where Mrs. Letty Brooks Rabbits is standing by to give us her parting comments. Mrs. Rabbits.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Garley. I want to say thank you to our guest, DJ Blue. For me, I would like to congratulate you on coming forward to challenge why it is true that people want to know how would you want to take the seat that is giving us hope right now. But competition is good, so congratulations and welcome on board. Thank you to our viewing audience. Thank you, Mr. Garley, and have a wonderful evening.
Okay, folks, that's all the time we have to be with you tonight. Don't go anywhere. Tomorrow night, make sure you tune into Bridge Radio Africa. We're going to have Ta Wongwe. Ta Wongwe is a Liberian citizen, a hard-working entrepreneur who is part of the ANC and wants to be senator of Nima County. He's our special guest tomorrow night, so you might just want to tell friends and relatives to listen. Folks, with that said, I'd like to say a big thank you to our producers, both in America and those in Liberia, Mr. Bob Bole and the rest of the crew. Yeah, I want to say a big thank you to my makeup artist, the lighting technician, and the rest of the crew. And with that said, please allow me to borrow the weddings of the wise man. Tough times don't last, tough people do. The height of a man is never known until he rises, and there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness on bathing bucket when women know you friend black man. This is the medicine of the microphone. As for the giant, that now you know me, Garley. Have a good night.